Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a while since I've put out one of these singing lesson videos, but now I'm trying to do this more full-time as far as vocal coaching and working on my artistry as well. So I am interested in doing more of these videos now. Connected with that, I wanted to introduce you guys to my Patreon page. Now, I have a video dedicated specifically on my channel to Patreon, so I'm not going to belabor the point. But essentially, it's a place where you guys can go to make sure that I can keep on putting out this content. You guys go there and you can support me with as little as $1, as much as $100 per creation that I make, whether that be music video or singing lesson video, and I'll keep on putting this stuff out, and I'm going to keep on trying to improve it, put out better content, think of different things, maybe meet up with different people, find different vocal coaches as well throughout YouTube and kind of collaborate. All these types of things are things that I'm interested in doing and stepping things up and bringing it to the next level. So without further ado, I'm going to be talking about mix today. Now this is the holy grail, if you will, of singing. Most singers want to be able to develop a very strong, heavy mix, and they feel like if they're able to do that, then that's it. They've finally mastered their voice, and that's all that you really need to do. And to a certain degree, it is true. We need a good mix to be able to sing most of the songs out on the radio today. Most top 40 stuff, as well as rock, country, jazz, R&B, all of these different styles still require a mix, whether it be a heavy mix, a soft mix, a balanced mix. Basically, the whole singing world right now revolves around developing a good mix. It is definitely, without a doubt, the #1 asked question of any vocal coach. How do I develop a mix? How do I sing high notes with power of chest voice? Well, this video is geared to teach you guys step by step how to develop a mix. First of all, I want to demystify the idea of a mix. A lot of people have a mix built up in their heads, and I was no exception. When I was learning, I thought a mix was a special place in my voice that I needed to find in order to be able to sing high notes properly, and it would just be like this magic switch that switched on. I'm really sorry to tell you guys, but it's not a magical switch, and it's not like a light switch that you flick on. It's something that develops with time. Part of this is understanding what a mix is. Now, a mix is really just exactly that. It's a mix or a blend of the different registers of the voice. So we have head voice, whee, and we have chest voice. What I'm talking to you with right now is chest voice, ah, ah, ah. You can feel the resonance in your chest when you're talking. When we sing any note in our range, or even when we speak, there's a blending of these two registers. If we were to isolate any one register, then we would end up with an unnatural sound. So in your natural speaking voice, you already have some form of mix, because there's head resonance happening and chest resonance happening. If you had all chest resonance happening, you would sound like this. Hey guys, what's going on? I have nothing happening, no resonance is happening above my soft palate. It's all coming out of my mouth. You kind of sound like you have a cold or your nose is stuffed. That is a very unnatural sound. As well, head voice. Talking all the way up here, always talking up here. Isolating your head resonance doesn't really sound normal. You kind of sound like Mickey Mouse. But the idea is to blend the two registers. So when we sing any note, we have a blend of those registers happening if it sounds natural. And when these resonance chambers blend, all we have to do is learn how to shift that blending of the registers to the right ratio as we move from our low range to our high range. That's a mix right there. Blending from the bottom to the top seamlessly without any break in the middle. There's no magical voodoo going on. I am not doing anything special. All I'm doing is not getting in the way of my voice from shifting resonance from my mouth to my head. So if I were to sit to the side, and you would think of my resonance cavities as a C, right? I would have more mouth resonance on the bottom, but I still have the existence of head resonance on the bottom. So it would sound like this. That shift of resonance has to happen for you to be able to go up higher in your range. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Adam, that does not sound like the mix I'm going after. Well, to be able to develop a good mix, you first have to develop it light. And here's the secret. A mix can be developed from a very, very, very quiet volume. All you need to do, and actually where I found the blend of my registers, was at the quietest volume possible. So what I want you guys all to try is to do some slides from the bottom of your range to the top at the quietest volume possible, holding back your airflow as you do it. This is key, because if you don't hold back your airflow, then you will definitely be in falsetto, and then you're going to be getting a break in the middle. But if you do this while holding back the breath and as quiet as possible, you're gonna feel an amazing transition happen. And it sounds like this. And you get this blend of your two registers, and there's no break in the middle. And it's so simple because we're not getting any big musculature involved. By doing it very, very quietly, we allow the inner muscles inside the larynx to do their work. Because essentially those are the only muscles above your chest line that are required in singing. All these neck muscles should remain off. You shouldn't be using your neck muscles to sing. All those muscles should stay off. So that is step one in order to tap into what a mix is, that blend of registers. Okay, for exercise number 2, I'm gonna need this keyboard here. And basically all exercise number 2 is a balanced mum. And the key with the mum exercise, and this is one where I really found my mix at kind of a medium volume, is to keep the mum quieter than normal, but not quite as quiet as the last exercise. But keep it speech level, meaning keep it as simple as the way you talk. So how would you say mum, mum, mum? Just say it. Say it with me. Mum, mum, mum. Go ahead. It's that easy. That's all you gotta do. And now you just speak it at different pitches. So, if we're picking our pitches like this, you just go mum, 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 mum. Simple, right? Mum, 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 mum. Mum, 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 mum. 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 And boom. There we go. We're at the high C. Before you know it, you're completing your whole range. Now obviously don't start as high as I did. I just wanted to do for demonstration purposes that this is something that you will be able to use to connect your voice at a medium volume from the bottom of your range to the top. And this is how you develop that mix. Now make sure that you always know that you have to have both resonances happening. Basically, they need to constantly be mixing, and we're shifting that ratio. So as we move up, the sound has to thin out, and we have to drop vocal weight. So the sound, you'll feel it shift up into your head cavity. Don't fight this, don't resist it, don't try to make it bigger. Go with it, allow it to happen. Okay. Secret number 3 to developing your mix, and this is a big one, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but allow your voice to break. Believe it or not, your mix is found in your break. What do I mean by that? When your voice is breaking and you get a All that is a sudden shift of the resonance. What should be happening gradually is happening very quickly. And you get this automatic it's going up to your head voice. So when that release is happening, somewhere in the middle is going to be your mix. So that balance and allowing your voice to relax into that when you're doing an exercise, let's say mum, 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 allowing it to break a little. At first, it's much better to break than to push. Physiologically, nothing bad happens when you break. The only thing that's going to hurt when you break is your ego. When you strain, physiologically, the wrong muscles are being engaged, and it's actually hurting your overall sound and your production of sound. So, better to let your voice crack and find that balanced place from that very, very vulnerable place in your voice than to push and force bad habits into your voice. So, again, let it just break up there. Mum, 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 mum. Ah, ah. So if, let's say, here, ah, I'm trying to sing that, but I'm breaking. Ah, it's in that break. Can you hear that? It's right in that balanced, it's right in the middle between those two, where my voice relaxes into that place where my mix is found. That's where that power comes from. This is something that people want to avoid like the plague. But at the end of the day, this is really what's going to drive you to get into your mix, probably for the first time if you've never experienced it. And this type of release will help you experience a freedom that you've probably never experienced on notes that you probably have never sung before. The last exercise I want to give you guys for developing a mix is one that will help you to develop a strong mix. This is an exaggerated exercise, so please do not apply this directly to singing. It is an exaggeration, and this is not how you should sound when singing. But in order to get the right vocal cord coordination and engagement that you need of the support system, you need to gain some sort of understanding of this by going too far. And then we're going to take it back and balance it out. But first, let's take it too far. What do I mean by that? So we're going to take a sensation, something that you can visualize. Imagine you have a sore stomach, or you're moaning. That moan, put into an O sound, shaping your lips into an O, and making sure that it comes with a very low larynx. So this has to be from a deep place, because if the larynx is high, then the vocal cords will be over squeezed, and it will come out like, oh, oh. That's going to be too much squeeze. We have to lower the larynx and create that pressure, that moan, that cry. That's going to be underneath all of your singing. I need you guys to get that into your head. Underneath all of your singing, there is going to be a slight bit of a cry, no matter, except for falsetto. Other than that, you're going to have this cry underneath. So this is not going to sound pretty because it is an exaggeration, but it is something that will help you guys get the power out of your voice that you want. So the other exercises are to help you develop freedom in your voice and have you experience places in your voice that you've probably never experienced. This one is to take all those to the next level by experiencing the real power your voice has to offer. And basically, we can start this exercise on a simple 3-tone scale. So starting here, I want you guys to go, oh. So it's going to be low larynx with a cry underneath. Oh. You need to make sure that you keep that like, oh, my stomach hurts. Oh. That's where the power comes from. Listen to that. Oh. That's where the power comes from. oh, 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 oh. And as you're moving up here into this range, because we're coming up right below the bridge, we want to make sure that we shift the resonance properly by showing your upper teeth and by dropping the jaw comfortably. We don't want to keep a tight jaw. Oh, we don't want any of that. We want to make sure that the jaw drops comfortably. Oh, 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 and back down. Good. Go along with me. Make sure that you're engaging your lower abdominals. Make sure you have that moan underneath. Oh, oh, good. That's it. Awesome. Okay. So that's it. Those are my 3 exercises that are going to help you relax your voice enough to be able to get into the mix and then be able to start to develop the power of the mix. And that's really what it's all about, is developing the freedom that your voice needs to be able to shift resonance without being held back by outside musculature, and being able to develop the inner muscles of the larynx and the support muscles of the lower abdominal muscles that are engaged when you have this moan, this oh, that comes from proper support. If you have these 2 working together, then you will definitely develop a powerful mix. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please comment down below, and make sure to like, subscribe to get more vocal tips. I'm hoping to be putting these out once a month, and you'll be getting fresh content all the time. Don't forget to stop by my Patreon page. Please help support me to make more of these videos. I will leave the link down below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
I'll fly right back to you.